So the last time I saw you, it was for the big reveal when I saw Big Hilda for the first time. And at the end of that, you'll recall I said, so there's no excuse now not to go and do any of it, really. That's the honest truth. Well, now I'm getting out there. My nickname for that is Bill. That's the name of my grandfather, and that's Big Hilda. Hilda is the name of my grandmother. I was incredibly close to her when I was growing up. And despite the fact it's called Big, it's not because my granny was a big lady. It's simply because I have a Land Rover Defender in the UK. And that's also called Hilda, but it's called Little Hilda. This took about 6 months. They were laser cut to fit inside these drawers. So testing time's about to come. The enormity of it, because of packing for so many different things, really struck me, but it was more, God, I hope this works. That was the honest emotion, but also the excitement of this is the first step in the journey of what I've wanted to do, because I've been planning this for the beginning of COVID. So it'd been a long time in the making. Fraser Island was, for me, proof of concept, because you're trying to fit together a number of elements. One of them is, can I get there? The second one is, when I get there, am I going to be so busy doing other things that I can't do the photography? Thirdly, okay, you're doing the photography, can you live decently while you're there? And then there's the serious business of the photography and the videography and working with a drone and being able to power everything up and take it out. So it was a very benign trip in that sense. I learned that the photography or the camera packing system I built was useless. It was too tight and you couldn't get it out, so I had to just throw bags in. I learned that water is really important and you've got to have a lot of it to be able to do the things I need to do. I mean, almost endless little lessons. They're more tweaks than they are fundamental problems, but Jaden and I have been working quite hard on them. My relationship with Jaden is a very funny one, which is I come up with ideas and he normally, if they're a bit wacky, he'll say, yeah, and then he'll ignore me for a bit. And then if I come back, then he'll find out a way to put it in there.
Obviously we have a time difference, so he will call up generally in our afternoon, and it's along the lines of, how can we make this fit? How can we make this work? And it's generally based around my wife needs. That's generally how it goes.
But we're still going to have 2 of these, or how's that going to be? Things that will be used. He is an amazing fabricator. He can build practically anything. He's very modest, and look behind me. He's okay.
So the canopy was really thought out. Up the top we have the Boss aluminium rooftop tenon awning, and then inside that we have an 8-slip, which was at John's request. And then inside we have all the normal stuff that we would run in Australia. So we have our Bushman's upright fridges, and we have our Evercool fridges. So we definitely built a lot of the canopy based around the coffee machine. He's obviously crazy for his coffee, which is fine, a lot of people are. Living overseas and then coming into Australia, he needs everything every trip. So that could be from his weights to obviously all his camera gear to all his personal stuff to take clothes and all that sort of stuff, and then the whole safety side of things as well. We needed all that stuff to fit in there too.
One of the things I asked Jaden to do was to put really long range fuel tanks, because I was a little bit concerned with a 6.7 litre engine that the fuel tanks that come as standard would be insufficient. So we put in them a 200 litre fuel tank.
So on that tank, it can go roughly 800 to 1,000 kilometres, depending on what you're doing. Hardcore off-road in the sand, it's probably on the lower side. If you're tying around just generally through town, you get around 1,000 k's to the tank.
I want to be able to go very far away to places where it may be 600-700 kilometres between fuel stops. If you want to get images which are not the norm, that other people haven't seen. You've got to be willing to take the time to probably spend hours and hours, if not days and days, to take those images. The world is beautiful, and if you take the time to get out there, you can see it's incredible. And I really know that for me to do that successfully, I've got to go out there and do it. I recently retired from my corporate law day job after 30 years. I cannot recall being more excited than I am today. I've been blessed to be able to go and build these types of vehicles and to do something which I've always wanted to do, and it's all coming together. So I'm like a dog with two tails. I am so excited.